Hello everyone, and today we are going to see how do you plan your flight. So firstly, you choose what runway you want to go. So it depends on what runway you want to do. So I'm currently at the biggest airport, Zhejiang. I've departed from Altak to Zhejiang. Airports like Altak only have one runway, and you have to decide if you want to. And sometimes there are storms right after you go to the runway. So when you take off, let's say there's this random airport and it's as big as this. So if there's a storm here, then you wouldn't take the runway into the storm. You would taxi into the other side of the runway and then take off. Or if you're at big airports like Zhejiang, you can just choose a different runway than taxiing anywhere else. So here at Zhejiang, Zhejiang is right here. If you take off from these runways, these two runways, coming from this side, then you would end up a bit in the storm because you cannot get above the clouds on A250 when you're coming through here. You'd have to make a sharp turn and then you can just avoid the storm. That's why there's this runway over here. So you can taxi to here, take off from there, and then it depends on if there's any storms. So from there all the way to Clarence, you can see there is no storms. So there to Clarence, there's no storms. So you can just go underneath the clouds and you can see your fuel if you want to waste money or not. So you can go from Zhejiang to Clarence underneath the clouds because there will be no storms, no damage. So yeah, so I'm on a A350-900 ULR and you can see these clouds. These clouds mean they have a storm inside. These clouds mean they do not. So, and also headings. You can take off there and then just do a bit of a turn to go to Clarence. Whether if you go from there, you have to do a sharper turn, and depends on traffic as well. If you can't use this runway because of traffic or it'll be delayed or something like that, you can use that runway elsewhere. You can use another runway, or you would just have to wait in smaller airports, but just enjoy this takeoff from Zhejiang all the way to Clarence International. So and also take off after the yellow, because if you want to go above the clouds, just take off after the yellow. So now it's after the yellow, so you can just go up and go to a rate of like about 50, 60, like just go of a rate about like 150 or that. So the speed will come down, but you'll gain higher altitude like that, and you can use less fuel. So yeah, that's basically it. That's like flight plans. And also, when you land at a runway, you got to choose what flight plan you would do. So I'm coming from that direction, so if I just go there, I'm going to eventually head towards here. So you could dodge this mountain and then come here on this runway, or go on this runway. And On the map, you can also see the traffic, what's going on at that airport, that specific airport. So yeah, that's basically it. And I'll see you all next time. Well, bye.